to forge ahead as well. We have some breaking news coming in on that regard. Congress MP KC Venugopal has now arrived at the Thiruvananthapuram Airport to welcome the dignitaries who are arriving today to attend the swearing-in ceremony of Chief Minister Designate V.D. Satishan. So that's the latest that we are tracking on the broadcast. Of course, the oath taking is set to commence in about an hour's time as per our sources as well. So this is the latest from the ground. I have with me on the broadcast three very special guests. Joining us are G. Sridhartan, senior journalist. We also have Ramaswamy Mayappan, political analyst, and Mr. Shekhar Vijayan, political analyst as well. Thank you so much for taking out the time and speaking to us on NewsX. I'd like to rope in G. Sridhartan into the discussion, sir. Very interesting developments have transpired in Kerala ever since the results were declared on the 4th of May. There was a lot of suspense on who would be declared the Chief Minister designate, but the Congress finally, after a lot of discussion, finally declared V.D. Satishan. It was a quite a tight race between Ramesh Chennithala, V.D. Satishan and KC Venugopal, with Rahul Gandhi and the High Command favouring the latter. But it was the allies such as the IUML that had stood their ground behind Satishan. Now his approach has been touted by many to being very different than other leaders on the ground, more analytical, more issue based, considering that he has a legal background. That's of course driven a lot of his work as the leader of opposition as well, raising public interest issues through PILs, through RTIs. How do you think V.D. Satishan will now take this forward? How do you see his approach being different to his predecessors?
Good morning and thank you for having me. First of all, this is a historic day for Satishan, Congress and Kerala itself. Because for the last 10 years, we have LDF government, Pinarayi Vijayan government, which has been controversial in many ways in terms of decision making and also the policies which were more divisive, like religious and things like that, Shabarimala for instance. So there has been a lot of resentment happening at that place in Kerala. So here now there is a welcome change. That is what a sigh of relief for the people. That is what people say when we talk to them. So this is the situation. And V.D. Satishan, all said and done, although there was a lot of parlays going on and leaders, pitching for their candidature and all that, with three Congress leaders fighting with each other for chief ministership, but still finally they have selected on V.D. Satishan on the basis of the public sentiment. That is welcome change, I will see. But the challenges are, like as you rightly said, in the selection of chief minister V.D. Satishan, IUML had played a major role. That is not liked by many people, many alliance partners also, because there is UDF. There used to be a balance that regional, caste and religious balance they used to keep. But that is being usurped by IUML. That is the sentiment that is gaining ground in Kerala. And also in the last few days, you have seen communal sort of polarization happening. And immediately after the selection process was going on, some SNDP, the influential Ijava community organization leader, had made a statement that he favors KC Venugopal, and in response to that, IUML cadres went out on streets and burned his effigies and sort of made a lot of provocative statements. And in response to that, across Kerala, you will see the last few days there have been a lot of demonstrations, burning of effigies, and kind of sloganeering and all that. So there is the atmosphere is vitiated. But having said that, I don't want to be sounding cynical today, because it is a historic day, as I said. See, VD Sadishan has a tough task ahead of him, because the financial situation of the state is in a very bad shape, and other law and order also during Pinarayi Vijayan government, lot of demonstrations and protests and other things were happening. So he had a very tough task ahead of him. And I'm confident compared to other candidates, other aspirants, VD Sadishan is better placed, because he has a very strong and although he didn't have any administrative experience, he still is considered to be a tough leader and all that. But still, this how far he will be able to curb the influence of the UDF alliance partner IUML is something to be watched. That is what I have to say.
All right, sir. I will take a couple of points of what you've pointed out that has transpired over the last day forward with Mr. Ramaswamy Mayappan. But in the interim, I'm getting some breaking updates from the ground. We're now learning that senior Congress leader Ramesh Channithala, who will take oath as a minister in the VD Satishan-led cabinet, has stated that today is an auspicious day for the people of Kerala, because after 10 years the UDF is coming to power. He has added that it is the UDF's duty to give good governance to the people of Kerala, and he's going to take up the home portfolio. The duty of the Home Minister is to maintain law and order in the state, and the UDF will try to give a better administration, better law and order situation in the state. Rahul Gandhi has announced 5 guarantees in this regard, and the new government is going to implement these guarantees. Let's listen in.
Today is an auspicious day for the people of Kerala, because after 10 years the UDF is coming to power. The 10 years rule of LDF has been rejected by the people of Kerala. So it is our bounden duty to give a good governance to the people of Kerala. So the new government is going to sworn in today. Our commitment is to the people of Kerala. Our motto is to give them better administration and better life for the people of Kerala. I am going to take up the home portfolio. The home portfolio is very important portfolio, and the duty of the Home Minister is to maintain law and order situation in the state. I feel that we will try to give better administration and better law and order situation in the state of Kerala. So we are all together. I appreciate the efforts of the party workers, Congress party workers, especially the young people who fought against this government for the last 10 years. And they were in the jail, they were lathi charged. There were hundreds of cases were booked against the Youth Congress people and the KSU people.
All right, there of course we heard what Ramesh Channithala has had to say. I'd like to rope in Mr. Ramaswamy Mayappan.